Hello everybody and welcome to today's episode. Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about, does the narcissist really win? A lot of people say and believe the narcissist always wins, but if you think about the narcissist, there a lot of times, and I heard this somewhere else, but they look at you like they come in with no expectations and they don't really put a whole lot of effort in, especially if you're not a primary supply. But if you are, which most of us are, they will put that energy in, but actually what they're doing is they're taking that energy from somebody else. And they're using you like a stopping point, like everybody is like a stopping point, a short-term relationship. That's why a lot of times people will say that they're users, time wasters, because that's kind of what they are, and that's what they do in their whole life. They just time waste. It's kind of like if you could think about it like vacation. So when they go with you, then they're going to spend time with you, and it's kind of like a vacation for them because you're going to pamper them, you're going to do everything for them. They're not going to spend money. You're going to buy them gifts, they're not going to buy you gifts. You're going to wine them, dine them, do everything at all possible to pamper them, to take care of them, to validate them, to lift them up, to build them up, to give them your fuel. Meanwhile, you're getting broken down in every area of your life. And then they go from you, and you have a specific energy, right? So everybody has a specific type of energy, and it's based on your innate self, how your mind, will, and emotions is able to process things in life, your state of emotions, how far you can go with your empathy, and the things you're willing to do, and the lack of boundaries. And then also there's the financial, how financially savvy are you that you have the ability to spend. You also have an energy based on the eclectic things that you did in life to become who you are, the culmination. So they love that experience. It's an experience for them. So they experience you, and then they go over here and they get another form of supply, and they suck them dry by taking their experience fuel. And then they go to somebody else and do the same thing, and then they revolve around those until those start to fall off. It's like, some kind of carnival ride. There's three of you going in this motion around the narcissist, and they go back and forth between Hoover and you three, and then one falls off, and they get a new one and put them in the rotation. Then that one, another old one falls off. And so this is kind of how their harem garage, in my opinion, works, and how it would look kind of spiritually. And each time they're getting a new form of energy they've never experienced before, and they get to suck them dry. From that, that's where they get a lot of their traits and things that they use when they are fully fueled up, especially the upper range echelon. When they're fully fueled up, all those traits that they stole from people, that they used from people, that they copied from people, when they have no fuel, it's like a cracked mirror, broken pieces. I call them a puzzle, a 1,000-piece puzzle, all these different people. But when they're fully fueled up, it's like that mirror comes together, and it's liquid, and it works, and it gels, and it works very well against their target. So when they're very fueled up, fully fueled up, then that's why you'll see that a covert will become more of an overt narcissist. They'll be more pompous, they'll be more out with it, because man, they're feeling themselves, they're smelling themselves, and it's not even them, it's everybody else that they have either created soul ties with or have taken pieces from, and took their bits of their character and put them all together so they could be a master manipulator. And this is where this seductress, this Jezebel, takes over, and this Leviathan, and all these demons, and they are able to seduce, take down, destroy, wreck, be a huge wrecking ball to your life. But then when that fuel dries up, it starts to get cracks in it, and then individuals are able to see through and see all the lies and see all the fakery, because they don't have that positivity, they don't have that fuel, they don't have that strength, they don't have that adrenaline, they don't have their self-esteem built up, And when their self-esteem and self-worth doesn't feel built up, or they don't feel like they've destroyed people and gotten above them, set themselves high above individuals they used to look up to, now they look down to them because they wrecked them. When they get to where they lose that fuel, because that fuel, just like when you read the word and you abide with God, that he fills your vessel, and you have to get it filled every day, or else it'll eventually evaporate. It'll leak out of you, and then you'll be empty, and then you'll be filled with the world. But when it comes to the narcissist, if they don't continue to eat and drink people's energy, and that energy vampire has no meat, has no carcass, has no individual to sink its teeth into on a daily basis, then they start to lose that look. They lose even a glow, their look, everything. They start to get their hygiene goes down. They're not dressing good. They're tired. They're in a sunken place, just like you are when the narcissist leaves you in cycle 1. You know nothing, but you're completely wrecked. So this is how this kind of stuff works. And then they have to get fueled up, or else they'll get into a narcissistic collapse from lack of fuel. They basically turn into, they're a fiend, right? A fiend for people. They are addicted to people. They're a human crack fiend. And that's why when a upper echelon narcissist has many supplies, because they have the abilities to many avenues, their reach is far, and they know very productive people, very high echelon people. They have the ability to go meet individuals and supply on a daily basis. It's ample for them. So they are like a crack fiend that has, they are an addicted drug addict that has the best drug, and they never run out. So you're not going to see them collapse as much. But most of the time, the narcissists that you're dealing with, and the ones that are on average society, are middle range narcissists or less. They have ups and downs. So they're able to get a good drug, meaning that 104 or 105 fuel that you have. Then they can't get it when the primary source leaves them and goes no contact. Then they got to deal with this 86 grade fuel. And they got to get it from several people just to get what you had, that good fuel, that good drug. So you're the drug of choice, but if they can't get the drug of choice, they'll have to take what they can get. See what I'm saying? That's why they don't really have a type. They have a type. They have types that they like. But at the end of the day, they don't have a type when they're fiending and they don't have anybody to stick their fangs into. They will take anything. So this is kind of how it works. They're like a vagabond. They're going from house to house, from relationship to relationship, to never end. Their cycles never end. They're 3 to 4 months. They last forever, and they never get better. They're fixed. Can't do anything to help them. They're in defiance to everything good in the world, and they think they're right. They think they're a god, and they think they're more of a stature of somebody that's God status, really. Like, you're a servant to them. You're their property. You are there to take care of them, and that's all you are to them. You're fuel. You are supply. You supply all of their needs, and that's it. And if you're not there to supply all of their needs, then they're going to be in a place of defunct narcissistic collapse. And that's kind of how it works. But they never settle down, and they never can have peace in their life. They run on chaos. Chaos to them is what humanity would call peace to us. It's the same feeling, except they run off to adrenaline and using and sadistically destroying people, and we run off love. So if you can give me a like, subscription, and a thumbs up. Love y'all till next time. Peace. Sold you up. We out.